Hey guys, so if you signed up for our fertilization weed control service, I'm going to go over kind of what to expect in the beginning and how it may work for your lawn, or it may not, just depending on what you have had done in the past. So something with weed control, it is not after your first visit, all your weeds are going to be gone, everything's looking good. It is a process. Certain weeds can only be controlled at certain times of the year because they are what we call like perennials, and they can be very difficult to control. And whether the grass is growing really well also depends on how everything goes. So it just kind of depends on a number of things. So what we're going to do in the very beginning is start to hit the weeds that are showing in your lawn. And some of these will start to curl, and you'll see them kind of yellow and curl within the first 14 days. Sometimes you'll see it as soon as a couple days. And other weeds, depending on their variety, they just may turn yellow, or they may just not grow again. And then with frequent mowing, you may not see them come back. So you just keep mowing them, but they won't actually grow. It all depends on the product we're using and the weed that we're tackling. So some will curl up, shrivel up, and they'll go pretty quick. Some will take a number of applications, and you just kind of may not notice them come back again, but you may see them sitting there for a couple months. It just all takes time. It's patience. Once you're on the program, though, we can really get in control of them and keep them out of there. Our pre-emerge applications that go down in September and in January do a great job of helping prevent the weeds actually coming in. So our pre-emerge application that goes down in September will help prevent all your winter weeds, the ones that you see in the winter and the big broadleaves that you see pop up all in the spring. That's what prevents those. And then the pre-emerge that goes down in January will help prevent our summer weeds, the ones that start popping up in the spring and they become a nuisance in the summer. Now, you will find that you may have certain weeds that are very difficult, that can take a number of seasons to control. So some of these, like Dallas grass, a product that did really well for Dallas grass has been removed from the market. So we do have other products that help tackle those, but we can only really treat them in the spring and in the fall. And it can take a number of years to get those out of there. It's a very difficult weed to control. Another one will be nutsedge. That one takes a while to get under control. We'll hit it here and there, and it'll start to reduce in population on the amount you have. And it takes a couple seasons to kind of get those out of here as well. One of our most difficult ones that you may have, not everybody does, is called KR Blue Stem. There are no products currently on the market to control that in your lawn. Other than something like Roundup, which none of our technicians carry. So best thing to do with those is to hit them yourself, or maybe dig them up and then put a little soil down to fill in that hole. And then once we get your lawn nice and healthy and you do have some bare spots, it does take time for those to fill in. If they're small, they can fill in pretty quickly. If they're large, it can take time, or you may need resodding. So there are three main components to controlling your weeds and having a healthy lawn. One is to be on a good fertilization weed control program, and that we can take care of for you. And also frequent mowing. So if during the spring, and if we have a cooler, wetter summer, you definitely want to be on weekly mowing. That is very key to having a healthy lawn as well. And also the correct amount of irrigation. And when I say the correct amount, too much water can make it much worse than not enough water. So there's a fine balance to that, where watering once or twice a week can be plenty. Watering every day, 7 days a week in the heat of the summer is actually much worse than having to water or being restricted down to once a week. So get with a licensed irrigator on how to help with that and get it set up correctly. And I hope that answers some of your questions. If you have any others, please feel free to call our office and we can get you taken care of. Thanks a lot.